Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you, 7B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. This is episode 33 for our first Homestead 400 race here at, well, Florida. Homestead. So now we have 2 races left to go in the championship, of course. We're nowhere near anything. We're 39th, and we could try to snatch away 38 from Chad Little, and maybe, if we get lucky enough, any of these other positions, which, honestly, at this point, we're kind of locked in 39th. The expansion program was not a complete success on the first go-around, but we do have 1 win, though. We do have 1 win, so that's really nice to see. Meanwhile, the championships come down to these 2, but Labonte had a blunder. I think because of the pit sequence that happened at Phoenix. It just happens to screw him over a little bit, I would say, under the whole caution palooza that we had at Phoenix, I would say. It kind of messed him up a little bit. So now Tony Stewart has a commanding 87-point lead, but anything can still happen within the final 2 races. And if these 2 wreck out, maybe Ricky Rudd or Jeff Burton might have something to say about it. But yeah, this man who has 7 wins is nowhere near the championship. This man is essentially Ryan Newman in terms of the championship for this season, anyway. Yeah, let's get to work because we have a lot of stuff that we got to talk about anyway. Well, engines-wise, we're going to have to repair one anyway, because we have a new engine that's coming in. We're probably going to save that for the Daytona 500. We're going to repair this one for not 6 races. No. Always the 2 races. We can always get ourselves a nice, fresh... Probably another fresh engine for Daytona maybe as well. Oh, okay. Should probably select the engine, of course, as well. But we're actually also going to sell this chassis that we have here. Like, it's really no use for us right now. So we're going to sell that, but also we're going to start building a new one because we need all the chassis work that we can get. So $264,000 for the 3 races. You're doggone right, it's going to be here. So we're going to have to build a car. What are we going to name it? Nothing, of course, because there's no point in that. We have 2 races for this engine because we have another engine that's being ready to go for the next race. So we're going to choose the only engine that we have, as well as testing our new chassis grip, which for some reason, as you can tell from the previous video, it said 64 tire grip, and now it went down to 62. Explanation, please, EA? Do we have an explanation for that? Like, why is the fact that the tire grip you promised me was 64 and now it's 62? Was there something because of the people not happy with their job? I mean, look, I don't feel happy running in 39th either in the championship either. But of course, you know, you gotta stick it out, buddy boy, do your job. Anyway, that's all there is to it. We gotta test out our new tire grip and whatnot and just see how we do at Homestead. This is essentially an R&D test session for us. Okay, Homestead, Miami. I'm not used to driving the flat version of this track, but what I did for this setup was I made the setup extremely loose for more turnability anyway. We need to make this thing to rotate, and this was a poor example. So this will be our throwaway lap, of course. I put the suspension setting back at the max for some longevity, of course. We need to have longevity around here. Otherwise, it won't be so well. But I might adjust that, actually. I might put that to, like, I don't know, in the 90s or something so I can get some more quarterability. But, yeah, I put the wedge down at -2.5, which is probably a mistake. I'm not going to lie. Probably a mistake. Let's see, 20th to start off with. That's not great. We could do a little bit better than that. I think the pole time was at 35.9. I think I ran a 36.0 with the setup that I have here, but yeah, I'm just hoping that we can actually just finish a race for once inside like a top 30 and just start, you know, actually attacking people rather than just being a defensive wall every race. But I'm hoping that season 2 will be like that anyway, where we actually get the finishes that we can try to get, you know, try to deserve anyway. Because we've been struggling all year. Besides super speedways, we've been struggling all year. So as we come across the start-finish line, what's our lap time going to be? 36.103. It is going to be a 4th place qualifying effort. Really nice stuff there. Let's see here. Car setup-wise. I might make it a little bit less. I'm probably going to regret the decision, but as you can see the rest of the setup here, I'm going to regret it, but let's get on with it.
Welcome to the Homestead Miami Speedway for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Homestead 400. This is a relatively new track on the NASCAR circuit. Tell us about it, Barney.
Well, these flat, wide tracks don't allow for much passing. The problem is that the corners have so little banking that these cars never can really gain any speed or momentum to make a pass. Running out front is where you want to be all race long if you can.
The 56 car has not had the finishes he's hoped for in the past couple races.
He definitely needs a good finish, not just for himself, but for the team, his sponsors, and everyone else involved with that team.
What a great starting position for Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, this should give that whole team a little boost. They've been struggling in qualifying week after week, but it looks like they're trying to turn things around. I'm proud of these guys.
Elliott Sadler has not had much of a year so far on these speedway tracks.
Yeah, I have been surprised to see him run so poorly on these tracks. I can only imagine how he feels.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
So we have our teammate Front Row Joe being in the front row, being the pole position alongside with Johnny Benson as well. We're starting in the second row of the grid, which is also always amazing. I couldn't find where the championship contenders, the 18 and the 20, are at, but it's a rookie of the year winner officially, Matt Kenseth, in the fifth starting spot. But once again, apparently Gary Bradbury's in this race for some reason, making his 8th start of the year. We got 66 laps out here at Homestead, and away we go. We're going to try to fight Mark Martin. We're immediately trying to get that third spot in the inside lane. That's exactly what we do, and we do eventually get it. 33 laps is the run looks like tire-wise, and we just don't have the grip compared to the AI. They're just like ludicrously fast there on the outside, passing us with no problem. Johnny Benson's already trying to go thinking about taking the lead as we nearly killed Mark Martin. I didn't even know he was there. Spotter, where were you at, my guy? So we hold on to 5th place for now anyway. It's all about trying to see if we can actually get these tires into the end of that run. I mean, bringing the suspension down to 95, it gave us a little bit more turnability there, which is great. But this kid can be loose as all sin. And oh boy, there's Dale Earnhardt Jr. there in the 4th spot. He got around us, no problem. It looks like Johnny Benson did get around Joe Nemechek there, so it's a little bit unfortunate for our teammate, but hey, I'm okay with Johnny Benson leading this race. You all know that. I was very happy when he actually legitimately won Atlanta, so I'm hoping maybe he can get himself another win there too. But hello, it looks like Front Row Joe's trying to get him back. I can see him up there. He's having a good old scrap with Johnny Benson. Go on there, mate. Very good stuff to see as we give a little bit of a scrap with Matt Kenseth as well. Now, in terms of the championship battle, I kind of want to leave the 18 and the 20 alone because I don't want to be affecting any of their championship hopes because they're nearly within each other right now. John Andretti having a really stellar run so far in this race, and Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett has not been flashy at all this year. He has not won a single race despite being a champion of last year. I don't know what's going on with them and the Robert Yates team. It's just mainly been Ricky Rudd carrying the flagship for Robert Yates in a while as we lose the top 10 to Steve Park. And there goes Mark Martin ready to pass this. We're going to try to let him go cleanly this time around, it looks like. Or we could just put up a fight on the straightaway because we're going to have a little bit of a tow from Steve Park. I think the next upgrade we're going to have to get is the drafting stack because we're not closing in on anybody besides like Daytona and Talladega. So hopefully maybe the next upgrade we'll get will be the drafting stat update. Probably spend $450,000. Probably after Daytona we can do that and just go from there. Within a matter of laps, we're dropped down to 19th. We still have about 11 more spots to go, and we have 7-time winner this year, Dale Earnhardt Sr. ready to pass us on the outside as well. We got DW as well as Elliott Sadler ready to bring up towards the rear with us. I don't know what it is about my setups. I guess I'm slower on race day compared to practice and qualifying. I guess the practice and qualifying times are misleading compared to the actual race. I really don't understand it. I think I'm just not. No, I'm actually trying to figure out what is actually going on. Like it's been like this at like Richmond as well, where I'm really fast in practice and qualifying, but in terms of like the actual race, in like if you even do like 1 or 2 lap pace, I feel like it's a little bit different compared to what I ran in practice as our teammate pushes us up the racetrack. A little cheeky from Kenny Wallace, but we'll allow it, of course, because he's the more senior teammate alongside with Joe Nemechek, so we'll let him go. Darrell Waltrip actually just got around us as well. We're going to try to get that spot back on the inside. We can keep up with him on the straights, but let's see what we can do in turn number 1. We're probably going to give him a little scrap here in just a second as we hear some tires squealing back there. We're going to give him a little bit of the old trademarked brotherly shove that I trademarked. Unfortunately, not in real life, of course, but you get the point, though. We trademark it here in this channel with a brotherly shove. So totally not like a football team has not used that before. I don't think so. Nah. What are you talking about? As, yeah, unfortunately, Darrell Waltrip's going to pass us on the outside as well. It's like I'm doing the best I can still. We're still holding strong in 22nd, though. I wouldn't say holding strong, but we're holding as we let Bill Elliott go by as well. Hopefully not Sadler as well. We're going to try to get Diamond this corner, and my joystick's all the way to the left. I think our car is starting to plow a little bit because I'm just trying to push it so hard. As the back end kicks out a little bit, we catch it, thankfully. And there's 3 wide behind us with Kenny Irwin trying to make the spot away from Sadler, which we does. We're going to get passed on both sides, this time from courtesy of Irwin Jr. and Kyle Petty. Give him a little bit of a... Oh, no, we just cleared him just in time. I thought I was going to have to give him a little bit of a scrap there for Kyle Petty. But we're still hanging on strong inside the 24th position. But we're probably going to fall out of that top 30, unfortunately, at some point during this race. I mean, definitely we're not a last place car, thankfully, because we have a huge gap in that back of that pack right there. So it's at least there's something we have to look forward to. Our pace may be falling off, but the tire conditions appear to be still looking good so far. Of course, our planned pit stop is lap 33, trying to go halfway here. Fuel-wise, we're definitely going to be able to make it. That's why, again, my plan is to probably not ever really touch the fuel unless it's like where I go into like Rockingham or something. Like it seems like it's only Rockingham that has like the fuel issue, because the default setup usually has them like on the lower RPM rate compared to what I usually run anyway. Try to get some more top end, but oh boy, it's a bit hard to handle now, I would say, but it's definitely towards like the right side damage a little bit there. We're now 7/10 off the pace lap time wise. I'm trying not to bother fighting Kyle Petty at this point. I'm just more worried about maybe like the second half of this run. Maybe we can try to get a little bit of a toe on Kyle Petty, which we're actually gaining on him. Actually, I didn't think we'd actually be gaining on him, so let's try to make the pass here. Maybe we can try to make it work. Nope, the back end sticks out a little bit. And, no. You can see that where the tire wear is, it's really glowing now for each time we turn. It's a bit unfortunate for us, but we're still keeping up with Kyle Petty. That's really nuts there. He's really helping us out a little bit here, Kyle Petty, giving us a little bit of a toe in the straights, which I'm really happy about. I really need all this toe that we can get. I mean, our pace is kind of even between him and I, which is at least something. So maybe we aren't a 40th place car for once. Honest to goodness, this feels at least a little bit reassuring. It actually feels pretty good. But of course, we got to get ourselves better equipment in the future in order to keep, not next year. All right, so the left front is starting to wear down right at the perfect moment, to be honest. It's about halfway in this run, but I'm hoping for maybe in the future to last a little bit longer than what we have there. But we're still getting a tow from our man Kyle Petty. At least he's helping us out a little bit, trying to pull away from these cars behind. But it's kind of no use because they're going to be in their slipstream now. And leading the way is Mike Skinner, because we kind of like bashed these guys aside a little while. That's why you see a little bit of the right side damage there. Just staying with Kyle Petty honestly seems to be like the best plan right now for us. Just to hopefully he doesn't get too far away when we get off the corner. Yeah, this plan is working out so well for us. We're not trying. No need to be overly aggressive. Just stay where we're at, because don't forget that the goal is a top 30 spot. If we don't get top 30, then that's a bit of it's a mission fail for us, really, because next season. I mean, I gotta do that video again where I could do like the voice acting again for certain Peep drivers anyway. I miss doing that Thunder 2004. I haven't done much of that in the final season, sadly enough, because I'm just, again, migrating towards this anyway rather than Thunder 04, and I just lost track of everything that's been going on. Robert Presley and the whole gang is all back in here ready to go for us, ready to come after us. Kyle Petty is not pulling away from us. That's at least something there, but yeah. I think I'm actually starting to feel the tire wears now. Oh boy, the car just completely got really tight on that one, and tight on quarter exit anyway, and we're just losing so much time still. We're actually going to lose the spot here with Mike Skinner, our, well, I guess our technical alliance car, I should say, 31 car. Even though him and I have gotten a little bit of a scrap at some tracks this season, trying to fight alongside Jerry Nadeau, we're actually going to give him the old brotherly shove and just push him back a little bit. 29th is probably where we're going to be at. We lost sight of Kyle Petty, so it looks like, you know, once again, the car just falls off. I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, be like 3 seconds off the pace each lap, or just be good at the start and just try to defend at the very end of this sort of thing? We have Ricky Craven also in this race. He's driving the 50 car for the week. Gee, a little off the pace, being a second and a half off each lap, huh? But, of course, as well, we're hoping to be 2 laps down this race, it looks like, because I think the championship, the leader of the race, is actually on his way up now, as we're in the 30th spot, I should say. We're going to actually give Elliott Sadler a piece of our minds by side drafting him a little bit to get us all the way back there. Try to hold on once again as long as we can. But, yeah, even Gary Bradbury's back again. Okay, here we go. We're going to get scrappy here, aren't we? 4 wide. We're just going to be, you know, aggressive as usual. A little more speed. I don't know what else you want me to do. As we have a little bit of a payback. A little bit of payback from Jerry Nadeau. We saved the car, but we just ended up losing a lot more time than we thought anyway. And we're outside the top 30. I mean, as well deserved, honestly. A little bit of payback from Mr. Nadeau. It made sense that why he did that. And we're now outside the top 30 where we want to be. Okay, now would be a good time to come down pit road. But, yeah, once again, it looks like we're going to be a 40th place car, even with the new tire upgrades. And I think we have some grief-like pit stops happening there. I just happen to see some people come down pit road. There's Elliott Sadler. There's our man Bobby Hamilton that's up there. Yeah, obviously coming down pit road for a caution would not be substantial at the moment. I'd say sooner the race ends, the better it is for us. We'll have to pit on lap 32 in a few laps' time. Thankfully, we can get ourselves ready to fix. I mean, 4th to 37th in a matter of 28 laps. Not exactly what I want to see. Especially since we nearly killed Elliott Sadler once again. Car's a bit mangled, but, alright, so I gotta take the access road going out, and it looks like it's where the AI are going. That's cool. That's fine by me. I think what I'm gonna have to do is increase the tire pressure. It's going to affect our acceleration and handling, but that's just the way it has to go. I don't really want to adjust the wedge because I'm already losing out of my mind. But maybe it'll solve the tire wear issue if I were to go a lot higher on the tire pressures. That's probably what we're going to have to do. You know what? Forget it. We're going to come in a lap early. I cannot drive this thing anymore. Yeah, our plan, of course, is to increase the tire pressures to hopefully remediate that tire wear issue. I really don't want to go in this early, but here we go. There we go. We're going to massive increase. Wedge, I guess, stay the same. You're going to be fine. Repair the damage. Yeah, wait for the rest of the people to come on in. I don't want to pit so early, but our car says no. Please pit. So I say yeah. So it looks like the R&D is a somewhat success? Question mark? I mean, it's one race. So I'm hoping that, you know, when the season changes goes around, we'll get, you know, better people to do the job quite well. So we're going to come out last, but that's expected. But let's just see if we can get some more spots people coming out of the pits. Pit road is still going on. I don't know where they get that speed from going into the pit and inside the access road. I thought I had to go take the other way around, but so we're not last anymore. 42nd. Nice, I would say. I guess they're out of the race or something. I don't even know. We got Bobby Hamilton now. They're gonna pass us on the access road. It looks like here. No, we're gonna be side by side and. So who was that we just passed then, if that's the case? Oh, it was Stacy Compton. So, not last. At least, right? With a fresh car and all that? Not last. That's good stuff to hear, I should say. Yeah, I'm still waiting for the rest of the field to come on down pit road, it seems, and I think we're still a little bit behind, time-wise. But let's see, maybe we can get some more people coming out of pit road here. Slow, but it's okay. It's a sacrifice I have to make.
Number 4,
Oh, Bobby Hamilton just made absolute mincemeat passing me below the apron right there, right then and there. Just where'd that grip come from, buddy? We're gonna try to get that spot back. What a maneuver. I wish you kind of... I wish there was a way I could just mod the AI a little bit to get, like, certain drivers to be buffed and certain drivers to be nerfed. I wouldn't mind if I was able to actually do that, but I don't understand the hex editor. Yeah, we're not getting that spot back, it looks like. Yeah, we're not getting that back. 40th place car, once again, it looks like. We got Gary Bradbury somewhere up there as well. We got, you know, Bobby Hamilton that just passed us. I don't even know who's running in 41st through 43rd. We're going to go 2 laps down, most likely, and just collect our check, I suppose. That's all we're really doing. It's just collecting checks at this point for this team. I really don't know what to tell Andy Petrie. I really don't sometimes. I mean, I guess our biggest hope now is to try to win the Daytona 500 and just, you know, do whatever, I suppose, because I'm sure he has expectations for us next season in order to keep our seat in the Andy Petrie racing machine. And here comes Rusty Walls now to put ourselves yet another lap down. We're now officially 2 laps down in this race. There's going to be no chance of getting that spot back. I'm guessing Kenny Irwin's fallen a lap down, it looks like, there in the 42 car. Yeah, it's just an unfortunate struggle. I don't know how Sadler was able to make it all the way around those many laps or whatnot. I'm not sure if I blocked him going down the pit road one or a couple times anyway. That's kind of like weird, I would say. Yeah, Bobby Hamilton's pulling away from us. This little increase in tire pressure obviously isn't working. I'm just more for the longevity at this point. So if anything, I'm just going to probably have to try to increase the tire pressures like each race instead of like running like 20 to 22 anyway. If I have to run like 25, 27 to sacrifice a little bit of speed, but that's just something that we're going to have to try in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's a fast track, thankfully, so maybe we could try something a little bit different for Atlanta. Then we try to make ourselves a little bit faster in the long term by running higher tire pressures, I would say. Because usually I run like either 20 to 22 on most tracks, trying to get ourselves some turning ability. But if we need to sacrifice that for Atlanta, then, you know, it's at the end of the season. We might as well try something different, right? Whoa! I just unfortunately could not catch that in time. That just was a four-wheel slide, and we have less than 20 laps to go. And guess who's here? 41st place, Kevin LePage, ready to put us like a spot down, I should say. We're about to get lapped by Darrell Waltrip, and it looks like we're probably gonna get lapped by Labonte as well. Looks like he's up there. Rusty Wallace leads the way, from what I understand. Is he still leading the race? Yeah, and Tony Stewart's gotten around Labonte as well. So that's not really a good race for Mr. Labonte at all, as no chance at all with Kevin LePage unless we just do that. Which we do, but we're gonna have to do the same thing for Labonte, and we nearly took him out of the championship. That's not gonna end very well for us in the press at all. Fighting a pointless battle, and for what? For 41st, trying to get around LePage, and it doesn't even matter anyway. So we basically just screwed over Labonte in a way. I don't even know if he just fallen out back to 4th or whatnot at all. But Tony Stewart's gonna finish ahead of him anyway, from what it looks like there. It's just a battle between Rusty Wallace and Tony Stewart for yet another race win, it seems. It's always been like them two winning races, or it feels like it anyway, but Earnhardt's won 7. A bit of frustration on my end, as you can tell, trying to do whatever I can to just even keep up with 40th place each week. Obviously, we missed the setup again. I don't even know if running the higher suspensions is even working, like at all. Like, it helps with the longevity, but at what cost? Like, the thing, I'm not sure if the thing just doesn't turn anymore, or what's going on here, to be honest. I just don't know. I'm lost. Yeah, because Labonte did lose 3rd to Jeff Burton, it looks like. So we did kind of screw him over a little bit. And it looks like he's going to lose even more spots to Ricky Rudd and now Dale Jarrett. That's unfortunate. I did not mean to do that, Mr. Labonte, but I don't even know what I feel like doing. I don't even know if I should just park the car or what at this point. I mean, we're 16 laps to go in the race. We're probably going to finish yet another lap down. We're holding up Labonte again still. Even Johnny Benson's gotten around him with no problem there. I have no way of telling where the other 2 cars behind me are. Who even are they? Are they? Oh, it's the usual 2. Compton and Pruitt, of course. I don't see them anywhere in my mirror, so that's a good sign, I suppose. four-wheel sliding so much as Kyle Petty runs into the back of us. Yeah, it's getting to the point where even Stacy Compton and Scott Pruitt are over there, so we're probably going to finish last at this rate. Hopefully we'll get lapped before then, but feeling dejected at the failed tire test, it looks like. Or at least, I mean, Homestead's not really, I guess, a good place for us to even test, because it's not really like a normal hour and a half anyway, but a failure nonetheless, it seems to be, anyway. We could just cause a caution on purpose to get ourselves back up there, but does it even matter as we keep grinding on the Kyle Petty? I wasn't even trying. The car just stopped trying to turn. And here comes them two. So here comes the defending for what purpose for the next X amount of laps. At this point, I just want to park the car. I just want to park the car. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as these two go right by me, it's pretty much GG. We're not gonna get the spots back, obviously. Beat the slowest car on the track again, even with the upgraded stuff that we got. Hopefully next season will be better. At least the first few races are not gonna be so way. Meanwhile, it's these two right behind us, ready to defend for last. Another epic duel looks like, or an epic trio battle for last, I should say. Oh boy, it's so hard to stay positive. I'll tell you that. So hard to stay positive as we lose a spot. So now we're second to last. We only got to defend Stacy Compton for basically the next few laps or so as we fall another lap down to Rusty Wallace. And we just let the bottom open, and that's it. And that's it. And that's it. There's no other way we can get anything back. That's it. Poor effort in defense, and yeah, that's all there is to it. Oh, well, isn't this just a troll right in front of us? Someone blew up right in front of us. That is going to be Stacy Compton. So we're not going to finish dead last after all, even though I said I was going to park it, but we only finished second to last because Compton blew up. Kind of how fitting, really. We got to have hopefully one more lap at this point, so we can just get on with it. Get on with it anyway. Let's see here. It's just been a bit of a failure of a day, I would say. There goes our teammate, who looks a little bit mangled up there. I'm not sure what happened there with him, but he's still trudging along a little bit better than I can anyway. Really making our sponsors a little bit upset, I would say that. I mean, we could again, I guess my setups are more towards qualifying, I guess, but I mean, when you have the suspensions all the way at 100 and trying to get your tire wear advantage, because the tire wear stat is very, very low. So I'm just failing to see why I still am unable to, like, keep up still. I know it takes away handling, so that's why I try to use the wedge to try to adjust for that. Even giving myself front downforce, but not rear downforce, so I can actually rotate in the corners a little bit better. But we're just going to bring it home in the back as you laugh at a smoking Stacy Compton. P42. Hopefully Atlanta will give us a little bit more data.
Not many drivers led a lap in this race.
You could definitely tell the drivers who had the stronger cars. They got out front early and they stayed there the majority of the race.
The Delphi car finished towards the back of the field in this one.
He stayed in the fight all race long. Things just never quite went his way.
We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast of NASCAR Winston Cup Racing on the Voice of NASCAR, MRN. Next up is Atlanta.
So it is the Blue Deuce today that ends up within the victory lane. I think no, he wasn't pole. He completely dominated this race though. 61 laps led for old Rusty, showing it he still has it done in that Blue Deuce, carrying the Penske banner. Meanwhile, his teammate does not do jack or squat, I would say, for poor Mayfield. For us, it was absolute dejection. I actually feel dejected on this one. It's like trying to hype something up with all the new tire wear, tire grip that we just gotten and all that. I tried to hype that up to see if we can try to get ourselves a little bit more progress. But, you know, short term it was, but long term it just wasn't, I guess. I don't got nothing else to say about that. Rusty Wallace is your winner today, and hopefully Atlanta will be better. Another race, another feeling of dejection, really, at this point. We got, decent amount of money, but Rusty Wallace and Tony Stewart end up finishing first and second. Rusty Walsh just absolutely destroyed the field today. 61 laps led. Tony Stewart second, Jeff Burton third, Dale Jarrett fourth, Johnny Benson ends up in fifth, Ricky Rudd sixth, Joe Nemechek seventh. We kind of screwed over Labonte there. He ends up finishing eighth. At least our teammate did a lot better job than us today. Steve Park ninth. Not so good run. I'm sorry, not so bad run. Jeff Gordon still yet to win a race this whole career mode. My goodness, that's highly unlikely of him. And he finishes in 10th place. As we take the rest of the look at the rest of the field, our other teammate finishes 18th. We're at the back. Kind of comical at this rate, but that's just the way it goes. $278,000 within the bank itself. We have one final race for the year 2000. Again, it just at least our parts don't look so bad. I mean, we got 60 and 62. We can actually try to use this again, like no problem whatsoever. But man, it's just like that one song. Like if you try your best and you don't succeed, it just feels that way. It just feels overwhelmingly like that feel of dejection. Just feels so bad. Like what more can we do? Like we're trying to upgrade everything that we can. The problem is our R&D is not coming until another 2 races or so. So we can't even upgrade to downforce or whatnot. So that's why we're gonna wait for next season to try to start building our other chassis there after the Daytona 500. So that's the plan for that. So we can get ourselves some more downforce. Definitely, I think that's our next thing we actually need to look forward to, is that sort of thing. But I can say that I guess the first part of the tire test failed. Hopefully the next part will be a little bit better once we go to Atlanta. Anyway. Sorry, I sounded so dejected, but that's just the way it goes in these career mode. It's been a lot of lows, but some highs, but mainly a lot of lows. That's just how it is in the rookie seasons of these games. Anyway, if you liked the episode, please either like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel quite a bit, and we'll see you at the season finale at Atlanta. See you guys then.